Okay, picture this. You take an entire industrial processing plant and you shrink it down to fit perfectly onto a 28-meter floating vessel. Sounds crazy, right? But that is exactly what the HYABOAT is, a fully functional, floating biochar production facility. Let's get right into how this floating biorefinery actually works.
Okay, let's dive into this layout. This 28-meter vessel is a completely self-contained plant, and the flow starts right at the front with the washing channel to clean the incoming biomass. From there, it hits Industrial Knife Shredder 1. Now we need to extract the water, so the material moves through the dewatering screw press and then a rotary drum dryer. Once it's properly dried, Industrial Knife Shredder 2 and a hammer mill step in to pulverize it. That prepped material then enters the absolute heart of the system, the pyrolysis reactor. After the reactor, we've got a dedicated unit for water sedimentation and filtration using biochar, before finally holding the finished product securely in the biochar storage hopper.
But the real genius here isn't just the machinery. It's the overarching commercial and environmental logic. By harvesting invasive water hyacinth, the system generates a hugely valuable product, biochar. Think of biochar as a highly porous sponge. It's a phenomenal adsorbent for water purification. And here is why this truly matters. The system runs entirely on a closed, circular water loop. By treating and reusing its own process water right on board, the vessel operates with absolutely zero wastewater discharged back into the ecosystem. So, taking a step back to look at the vessel in action, we really see its core operational vision. By processing all that biomass directing on the freshwater system where it actually grows, we entirely eliminate the costly and carbon-intensive need for land-based transport. No fleets of trucks hauling heavy, wet plants around. The entire solution happens literally right on the water. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact process mechanics making all of that possible. Let's look at the drying phase again. The dewatering screw press does the heavy lifting up front, removing the free water from the raw biomass. Then, the rotary drum dryer handles the main moisture reduction, prepping it to the exact moisture content needed for pyrolysis. That prepared biomass then undergoes slow pyrolysis at exactly 300 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. This yields our biochar, plus gases, bio-oil, and reaction water. Crucially, that press water we squeezed out earlier is treated by screening, sedimentation, and biochar absorption to strip out suspended solids and heavy metals. This tight loop allows a massive 99.5% of the process water to be recovered and reused in the washing stage with zero discharge. Which leaves us with a fascinating final thought. If a zero-discharge floating biorefinery can turn an invasive species into a valuable water purifier entirely on its own, how might these decentralized systems reshape global aquatic preservation in the years to come?